Sometimes I have a list of self-improvement goals that I want to achieve during the holiday breaks, but I often ended up doing nothing. And then I will blame myself for doing nothing and wanting to get a fresh start in the second day, but I failed again. So this bad circle repeated until one day I realized that it's not about how much self-discipline that I have, but it's more about how I can build small habits. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Yahua. I'm doing a PhD at the University of Melbourne. Happy New Year everyone! So this is the first video that I filmed in 2022, and this is the best timing to talk about self-discipline, as I know some of you might have some New Year resolutions, and you're more than welcome to write down your New Year goals in the bully comments. Actually, it doesn't really matter when you're watching this video, whether it is January, February, or the end of the year, but just remember that it's never too late to make a change. So to begin with, I would like to share with you some of my opinions in terms of self-discipline. So my point is that self-discipline is not about pushing yourself to do something, but it's more about how you can build small habits and stick with it and make them become a part of your routine. For me personally, self-discipline is about gaining your own power and control over the habits that you do in your everyday life. And sometimes you don't even need to think about it, but just do it. So I guess it's all about behavior change. I think the key to become a self-disciplined person, it's really all about habits. Speaking of habits, here I highly recommend you to check the book Atomic Habit by James Clear. And there are also two other books that are relevant here. One is The Power of Habits by Charles Duhigg. The other one is called Hooked by Nir Eyal. But here I just want to refer to James Clear's version of the habit loop, which includes cue, craving, response, and reward. Now let's break down these 4 laws of building good habits. First, make it obvious. If you want to build a good habit, make the cue of the habit obvious to see. For example, if you plan to do some workouts today, put on your gym clothes first things in the morning. For me personally, wearing a sports bra is really a cue for me to do exercise. You know, sports bras can always give me the support and constraint for my body to remind myself, you should work out now. Or when it comes to study, say if I'm gonna write an essay tomorrow morning, then I will leave some notes to myself on what to write next and leave that page open on my laptop, so that page would be the first thing that I see when I open my laptop the second day. The idea is that if you can see it obviously, then you can certainly get started on building the habits quickly. Second, make it attractive. If you can make a thing attractive, then you will crave for doing the thing constantly. For example, I usually like to listen to a long conversational style podcast when I'm doing workouts at the gym. Listening to a podcast or music is how I make my workout routine more attractive. And you can also think about some other fun things that you can try. For example, I would like to try different kind of workout videos ranging from Camilla Reef, Coiting, MadFit, or Fitness Marshall, etc. etc. Even though you're not a gym person, there are still lots of things that you can try and lots of things you can do to make your habits more enjoyable. Be creative. Third, make it easy. The idea is that how you can make your habits easy to reach out, how you can reduce the frictions and get started quickly, and also follow your habits without even thinking. For example, lately I have been wanting to read some of the physical books that I bought long time ago, but I didn't have time to read them. So to make this new habit easy to get started, I just leave the book on the side table of my bed, so it's easier for me to grab it and read it before bedtime. When you start a new habit, it should be something that takes you less than 2 minutes to do. For example, if you want to do yoga, just take out the yoga mat. If you want to practice tennis, just put on your tennis shoes. Once you get started on doing something, the rest will follow, and then it's so much easier to continue doing it. Fourth, make it satisfying. The other day I was listening to this podcast from NPR Live Kit, and it mentioned something that's very interesting. When it comes to exercise, instead of setting some goals like I want to lose weight or I want to be healthier and stronger, you can just focus on the immediate benefits. For example, how doing exercise can help boost your mood, can make you feel energetic and make you feel better. Because usually for some good habits like working out regularly or eating healthy, it's like they have long-term benefits, but it's hard to see the result immediately. Rather than keeping an eye on your goals, how about focusing on how you feel, or use a habit tracker to measure your small achievement and improvements. And you can also give yourself some immediate rewards. For example, like today, I told myself that if I finish filming this video, then I will reward myself an episode from Sex Education Season 3 tonight. This is how I reward myself, like giving myself an immediate pleasure once I finish doing a task. So by giving yourself some rewards, this is how you can give yourself some immediate pleasure, and you'll find it easier to stick with your new habits every single day. In conclusion, the key to be a self-disciplined person is all about building good habits. And this is how a tiny little change can make a big difference. Alright, that's all for today's content. Please let me know in the comment section what you want to achieve in 2020 and what kind of habits that you want to build. I hope you liked today's video, and don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye!